Still waiting on that heifer, Julio. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
Okay, maybe it's a bit strong as an intro, but I think that something like that happened during the development of this hardware. Anyway, ciao a tutti and welcome back into my channel. I'm AndrewC and this is Vape in Italy. Today I'm going to talk to you about a tank presented during Vape Italy 2019 and launched in the market a few days ago. We remain in the same card of my previous video. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Millennium by the Vaping Gentlemen Club. In my previous video, I showed you what is the Project 900 and all the innovation introduced by the Vaping Gentlemen Club. A little over 1 year, these guys introduced in the market their second atomizer. This new atomizer takes from the previous one all the golden eggs and improves some of the characteristics. But now let's stop talking and let's have a look to this brand new atomizer. The Vaping Gentlemen Club presented every parts composing the Project 900 in a packaging worthy of the product they were containing. Well, with this, they continued. The outer box is in birchwood black painted with a lucid serigraphy showing the atomizer name, Millennium, and the Vaping Gentlemen Club logo. Inside the box there is the Millennium, 2 additional bells, replacement tank, and spare parts. Spare parts box includes classical replacement O-rings, post screws, an additional air nozzle, and a complete set of insulators. Millennium is a RTA, so, as you already saw, is a tank. It has an overall height of 58mm, tip included, and it is 22mm in diameter. It arrives with a tank in Pyrex glass that has a capacity about 4ml. It is made in 316L, but some conductive part of the deck are in 304. Drip tip is the same of the 900, but this time arrives with sleeve in pearly black methacrylate. Being the same of the 900, the drip tip can be customized with specific sleeve sold as a loose part. But drip tip is just the first link to the 900. Millennium inherits from its predecessor the concept of the bells. But this time there is something more. Being a tank, bell and drip tip are connected by the chimney. This time, instead of having one single chimney for all the bells, they decided to integrate the two components in one single part. Name of each bell is the same of the 900 and they are Winston. It has an inner diameter of 12mm, while the Sky has a double-stepped conical shape. The chimney is 3.2mm in diameter. Jet bell. It has an inner diameter of 13mm, while the Sky has the typical spirals. The chimney also this time is 3.2mm in diameter. Albert. It is the larger bell and it has an inner diameter of 14mm, while the Sky is rounded. The chimney this time is bigger and it is 3.6 mm in diameter. If you don't know which are the effects produced by the bell geometry during vaping, please take a look to my previous video about Project Novecento. The link is in description. Bell replacement is absolutely simple. Unscrewing the top cap, bell and its chimney are free to move and slides out. The coupling of the chimney with the top cap section is guided by the geometry at the interface between the two. The deck is classic and the positive pin includes the air nozzle. Included with spare parts, there's a second positive pin with a different air nozzle. The two nozzles differ by the holes. The first one has a single central hole of 1.8 mm in diameter, while the second nozzle has 2 by 1.2 mm holes. Pin replacement is simple too. Included with the spare parts, there's a special tool to unscrew the case back of the deck. Removing it and removing this plastic ring that we will discuss in a moment, positive pin screw can be unscrewed and the pin is free to move. The gap between the pins is wide and it allows installation of complex coils. A detail that has to be underlined is the design of the posts. Looking at the top of each post, it can be seen that there are two shoulders that surrounds the head of the screw. These two shoulders help to hold in place the wire during coil building. Okay, we saw the wood packaging, we saw the Pyrex glass, we saw the stainless steel perfectly matching it. But what the hell is that piece of plastic? In MTL vaping, the air regulation is one of the most important things, probably the most important one. When you vape in MTL, the air draw must encounter resistance and has to be smooth at the same time. Simple. With their first project, the Novecento, vapers found a good balance with the draw resistance, but some of them were claiming noise generated by the atomizer. Well, with the Millennium, these guys introduced another innovation: the PAS. PAS is the acronym of Pressure Augmentation and Silencing System. It is a ring placed under the deck between the air hole and the air nozzle under the coil that generates the Venturi effect. Hey. Wait a moment. What the hell is the Venturi effect? The Venturi effect is the reduction in fluid pressure that results when a fluid flows through a reduced section of a pipe. At the same time, the speed of the fluid increases. This is the reason why, when you walk in a street, you feel the wind faster than when you are in a square. Does it have anything to do with vape? Yes. The guys behind the Vaping Gentlemen Club applied this effect to their atomizer, introducing the PAS. The airflow can be regulated with the outer ring using 6 different holes that vary in diameter from 0.8 mm to 1.8 mm with 0.2 mm increment. The airflow then encounters the pass, that reduces the cross-section of the air path right before the air nozzle. This reduction of the cross-section results in an air pressure variation and the airflow speed increase right next to the coil. Moreover, the pass reduces the air turbulences, stabilizing the airflow and, consequently, reducing the noise generating during vaping. In this way, even using the wider air hole of the deck, the air draw has a natural resistance and the atomizer becomes absolutely silent. Probably some of you already noticed that the bells have strange features on the lower part. The coupling between the tank and the deck is different from the other atomizers. Instead of the classical thread, Millennium is all tighter with the bayonet system. The bells have two slots that couple with two pins on the deck machined from billet. Being the bayonet one of the core features of the tank, those pins must be resistant to mechanical stress. Press-fitting the two pins on the deck would be simpler and cheaper, and this was also their first design. But pins press-fitting cannot guarantee the same quality and resistance offered by the same pins when machined from billet. I think that more or less the reaction of the manufacturer when they asked for this modify was something like,
Still waiting on that heifer, Julio. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
but thank you guys for doing this. The slots allow a partial rotation of the bell, and in this way the juice flow can be regulated from completely closed during refilling to completely open. Blocking the rotation in an intermediate position, the tank can be separated from the deck section, allowing access to the deck. Juice refill can be done easily from the top, where there are 9 big holes, or from the bottom, simply disengaging the bayonet. This is the Millennium by the Vaping Gentlemen Club. Some last closer look of it, and then we switch the camera to me for some final considerations. Well, we have a look to this brand new atomizer realized by the Vaping Gentlemen Club. Millennium can be considered a sort of spin-off of their first atomizer, the Novecento. Millennium takes from the Novecento the versatility given by the bells and mixes it with probably the best airflow regulation for MTL vaping. I try now to get the closest I can to the microphone and I'll take a vape. Did you hear anything? I guarantee that I haven't applied any filter. This is the original record. This draw reminds me a song that starts with "Hello Darkness, my old friend." The bayonet locking system is absolutely tight and user-friendly, as well as the tank refilling from the top or from the bottom. I haven't talked about the aromatic yield of this atomizer, which is the best build, or if it is better to use it with a specific flavor instead of another. And I won't do that. It can be used with a wide range of flavors, with different PG and VG ratio, and with the coil you prefer. Just remember, this atomizer is for MTL vaping. If you already know the 900, the experience with the Millennium is similar for some aspects, like the bells, and completely changed for others, like the air draw. This video ends here. I hope you enjoyed it. In the description you will find some useful links as well as my Instagram and Facebook pages. Subscribe to this channel, click on the bell, share the video. Okay, you know what to do. See you next time. Ciao!